say take notes. Ask for your records. Ask for your records. And I did that. And even though this may be the doctor that you vibing with, still go get a second opinion.
Yeah.
But take notes. Take
Yeah.
notes.
Yeah.
I think I had a period where I had a I had my diabetes doctor, and he just was not listening. And I was doing really good. My A1C was good,
Mhm.
good, but he just wanted to increase it. He wanted to
Yeah.
increase the meds. And I'm like, so, educate yourself, do your research. When they diagnose you with something, at that
Yeah.
point, then it's okay to get on WebMD, Google MD, ask those questions. And
Right.
I just remember him being just so mad when I asked a
Yeah.
question about metformin, because metformin is a killer for Black people,
Yeah.
diabetes medicine. And I was
Yeah.
asking, and well, I'm the doc. That was I'm the doctor,
Yeah. They
and I'm
get
like,
offended.
well, no. Then I'm telling you, it's tearing my stomach up.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like take your notes, and you got to advocate for yourself. Don't just sit there. Ask questions.
Yeah.
Really, challenge them. If it don't
Yeah.
sound right, it don't sit right. Look,
Mhm.
Dr. Fancy, you're gonna have to break it down for me in layman's terms, because you saying this, but
Right.
I
Right. But
went
it's not
home
clicking.
and I looked it up, and it ain't sitting right with me.
Yeah.
And then request alternatives. Well, it doesn't necessarily always have to be medicine. You get what I'm saying? Like, well, what
Right.
can I do
Yeah.
differently? Can I change up my diet? How
Mhm.
do I my goal is to not be on these medicines for the rest of my life. So,
Right.
can we come up with a plan on how
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it for a little bit so I can, because it's been out of whack, to get
Right.
it, under control. But the
Right.
goal is not to take anything. So,
Right.
as your patient, that's what we need to be working on. But we
Right.
already know the answer to why, big pharma. So that's never, they're not going to ever take a holistic or natural approach. They're never going to share that with you.
Yeah. Of course, because they want to keep you in the loop of
Right.
getting
Getting the money
medicine,
fast.
spending money and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Definitely. Yeah.
What about you?
I agree with you on the note taking. I think that when we get to the doctor, we're very nervous. A lot of times we forget about, sometimes you forget what pain or what you're dealing with when you're not in that moment. And so I try to keep notes like in a health tracker, if you have an Apple phone or Android, using a health tracker, keeping track of your menstrual cycles, keeping track of your different symptoms during that time frame. If you don't have one, of course, just keeping track of, when you're having those headaches. Is it a certain time? Are you noticing it's when you eat this or when you don't eat or when you're not exercising?
Right.
Having an exercise app too to show, this is when I'm
What have you
active. These
switched
are the things I'm
up?
doing.
Do you normally have this reaction?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, exactly. So I think having those notes
Yeah.
is very important. So that way, when you get to the doctor, you have, kind of those dates, um, the symptoms that you're going through, what you're dealing with, your activities, everything written down. Even some of those family things that you want to mention, or
Right.
maybe anything that's concerning you, or that you think that you need answers to. Having that stuff written down, so that way when you're there, I pull out that notepad real quick or that notes app,
Okay.
and these are some of the
Honey, I
questions
hit
I
the record on
had.
the phone. I
Exactly.
hit the record on the phone.
So you can refer back to it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and compare
You
it,
said
right?
last week or the
Yeah,
last visit XYZ.
yeah,
Why is we
and
still talking about this?
exactly. And I'm big on accountability partners. So I always say take somebody with you. Somebody that
Hmm.
somebody that you love, that understands you, that
Yeah.
knows, all of your things,
Yeah.
that can go with you. And if they're not able to be present, having them on a FaceTime or a call or something like that. That
I'll
way
call my
they
mama
can
in a
help you with some
heartbeat.
of those questions. Yeah, because you
I'll
may
call her in a heart
forget, but they know.
right, when especially when it gets to the history. Hold on one second. Bloop,
Mhm,
ma. Um, did anybody in your side of the family, she be like, "Oh, what about you? Let me ask you," you know,
mhm.
and it, check it on off, write it on off.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Or your mom may bring up something, right? "Oh, baby, remember that time when you called
Yeah.
me and you had those real bad stomach pains and I
And
told you
remind
to
you.
take that da da da." Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we forget. And so that's
Mhm.
where that accountability partner comes in, whoever that, could be for you. I say having them available is definitely
Mhm.
gonna help advocate for your health.
Right. Yep,
Yeah.
that's good.